there it goes. Everybody watch out and look up. It's Keep Up with Stillvinsane and Oslamalo. Welcome to the show. I'm here with my comrades and cohorts and the rest of the Keep Up crew. Like I said, we got Neil. He does NS Computech. He's El Tribo. He is a DJ, and he also helps engineer the show. John is also an engineer. He's also on vacation in the Adirondacks. He does a lot of IT operations for the show. We have my co-host, Oslamalo. He does a lot of the artwork for the show. And then we have Harry, who does research. He does all the in-between. He does everything to put the band together. Shout out to him. And let's get into some motherfucking topics.
What the fuck happened?
Independence Sway. And if you watched yesterday, I didn't give a fuck. Mount Rushmore, there was a little bit of a tussle between the Native American tribes who have not gotten their $8 billion in aid yet. They were trying to blockade the speech of Trump at the Mount Rushmore in South Dakota, right? It's in South Dakota, I believe. I might be wrong about that, actually. But so obviously people have been taking down monuments. There was 2 monuments yesterday that were taken down on the exact day of the Tea Party. Not the Tea Party, but the Independence Day. So that's why it's ironic. So they're taking down these statues, and there has been threats to take down Mount Rushmore. Of course, why not? You know, V for Vendetta and shit like that. So what do you guys think about that? Did you guys, anybody see the Mount Rushmore speech or any tweets about it yesterday?
I actually saw some of it yesterday. Obviously, with July 4th, it just felt different yesterday because everybody's posting, you know, land of the free. But we all know it's not really the land of the free. Look at everything that's going on with the Black Lives Movement. Your shirt says a great example of it. So, you know, obviously everybody was doing the fireworks. My neighbors over here were putting on a fucking show. It was awesome. But it wasn't that same July 4th feeling where we all are free. It's bullshit, you know? Everybody's still fighting for our rights. It's not the same.
No. I saw on your IG that little tank fireworks. That seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, and I quoted Frederick Douglass because on July 5th, I have the exact date. I'll give it to you right now. He basically said, you know, we're still fighting for equality, and it's not what everybody has to go through. And it's a great quote. You know, everybody has to go through different things in this country. Everybody's still fighting for equal rights. So everybody's celebrating and putting on their glasses and the American shirt. It's felt weird, you know?
You're absolutely right. Usually, and I'm actually still a fan of the flag. I'm still a fan of patriotic colors. You've seen me with my book bag, some of the clothes that I've worn at festivals and stuff like that. I actually do respect the flag too. Even when Colin Kaepernick was going through that, I respected his protests tremendously. I wanted him to continue doing it selfishly because, like, you know, he sacrificed his career, unfortunately. Even though he's getting paid right now as an activist, he's not hurting and he's got Nessa as a girlfriend. We can all protest that way. Shit, Nessa's so hot. But, and I've always, like, even when he was protesting, I still put my hand on my heart. I still stood up because I still believe that we are a united country. I know that's hard for people to believe. I think people think I'm an anarchist and shit like that. I'm not. But I get what you're saying. The flag definitely still, even with me just saying all that, the flag has a different meaning now, especially me knowing more about Juneteenth, which is on my shirt because my ancestors were working on July 4th. The more that I know, it's kind of sullied things. It's kind of the law about the flag. Let's talk about the law about the flag. Harry, go ahead.
So there's a law.
Way out.
A bunch of laws about the flag. One is no disrespect should be shown to the flag of the United States of America. The flag should not be dipped to any person or thing. The flag should never touch anything beneath it, such as the ground, the floor, water, or merchandise.
Oh man, so I thought like the South like dip, you know what I'm saying? Like dip in tobacco. I'm like, all these motherfucking
and the flag should never be carried flat or horizontal, but always aloft free.
Nice. Thank you for that fun fact, Harry. Do you guys have anything to say on that? The what the fuck happened is a little light this week because John Bolton took most of our time.
No, I mean I think we pretty much covered it. You know, I guess we all have different feelings about these things. You guys see the kind of block I live in. It's one of the most patriotic blocks in Queens. It's weird. I even saw people offering to put up a flag in a pole, and in this block alone, just this week, people were going around from door to door asking, "Hey, do you want a flag?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm okay," and no disrespect to the flag, but it's just for me. This wasn't July 4th that I felt was worth celebrating. It's not for me, and hey, I just became a U.S. citizen this year, so right. I'm still a proud American. It's just.
And we're proud to have you, brother. Proud to have you.
It's just it rings weird for me, with everything that's going on in this country.
You know what? I'm gonna pull a switcheroo. We'll talk about something else for when Zen Pigs Fly. That's the episode title for this week. So we'll talk about Maya Moore real quick before we segue out. And some of it, and obviously about Kaepernick, Oscar. We most of the crew here didn't really know about it, but it's okay. Now we do. So who was? So it's Jonathan Irons. Is that his name, Harry?
Correct.
Correct. So there's a family friend who had been in jail for, I believe, 22 years. 22 years, around 20 plus years, and is a family friend of 23. There you go. And Maya Moore is a family friend. She is also the best WNBA player, arguably. There's Candace Parker, there's Diana Taurasi, but Diana Taurasi is around 38 years old. So, that title is coming to an end for her. She's a legend. But definitely Maya Moore. Maya Moore won around 3 to 4 straight championships with UConn. She's gotten Player of the Year. She's gotten All-Star MVP. She's gotten all the accolades that you can ever amount to. And now she has an even bigger award than I think, in Kaepernick. And I'm not taking anything away from it. We're big fans on the show of Kaepernick. We salute the kneel, everything. But this woman put her career on the line for someone that was in jail, not just put her money where her mouth. He did too, but she took it a step further. And now he finally got released recently, and we don't know if she's going to come out of retirement, but she retired for 1 year because of that. And because he wasn't released yet, she decided to carry over to it indefinitely. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I just I heard about this morning in our pre-meeting, and it's incredible. At the age of 29, she had already collected 4 WNBA championships, a Finals MVP, a League MVP, a 6-time All-Star, a 2-time Olympic FIBA World Champion. It's incredible what she did.
That's right, the Olympics.
Yeah,
that's right. I forgot the Olympics. Nice, good job.
So she accomplished so much by the age of 29 that she put her career on the line, and that's incredible for somebody to be able to take a step forward in the right direction. To have a man who was incarcerated for 23 years. It's incredible. You put your career on the line. He was supposed to be there for
50.
Damn. And I forgot what the Harry. Could you could you just give us a little brief of what he got arrested for?
Sentence for burglary and assault with a gun.
That's right. And supposedly he wasn't there or something like that. It's okay. We don't have to go too much, but he definitely was wrongly convicted, and now he is out. He is free. Thanks for researching that, Harry. Let's get on to what the fuck do we hear?
La 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 la. What the fuck did I hear?
Oh, come on!
And Oscar heard the Pop Smoke album. R.I.P. to the young man from the California area. Give us a nice review of his album.
Yeah, so his album just came out. It was on Friday. There's a big controversy going on with his album cover because you had Virgil, who designed. If anybody doesn't know, Virgil is a designer. He does a bunch of off-white sneakers for Nike. They're ridiculously expensive.
He's the one that gave for COVID relief, and he gave $50, right? And they all fucking clowned him.
Yeah. So this guy, he basically took a picture of Pop Smoke, and he put a bunch of barbed wire around it, and it looked like trash. He got a lot of It was he basically had used no effort into this cover. And he's a great designer, so automatically the label got rid of it. They asked his mom for an input, and they came up with what is now the rose that we all see on his album art cover, and it's a lot better than it was.
What's it called? What's the album called?
I'll tell you right now. It's
Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. Sorry.
Yes. No, it's okay. So I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the new age of rap. But when I started listening to Pop Smoke
Oscar's getting old on us over there.
and it's true. But when I first heard Dior, I liked it. He had a different vibe compared to what these young rappers are doing, and it's very reminiscent to how 50 Cent raps. He has that same style. His voice was very strong.
They were collaborating together a lot too.
Yeah, and he's inspired by a lot of New York rappers. So you're gonna hear Fabulous's beats on there. You're gonna get to hear a version of Many Men, which is called "Got It On Me," which is the same chorus. It was a great album. He has a lot of collaborations on this. And I actually listened to it from start to finish, and it has a lot of replay value also. So you can go back. Yeah.
It just came out and it's got replay value. I like that. Fuck. And we're big 50 Cent fans on the show. Get the motherfucking strap.
Yeah, so I recommend it. If you haven't listened to it, it was a great album.
Nice. So I will listen to it. I am a Pop Smoke fan. He's not the greatest of all rappers, but his style is like really on point. It's very unique. I like that. I don't always need to have the best lyrics, and he's not a slouch on lyrics either. He's not bad. And I agree. He is a lot of grit and grime, like 50 Cent, a lot of street, a lot of hood. It doesn't have to be like lyrically on point as long as the street vibe is in there. And speaking of which, shout out to our old middle school and high school colleague, Ian Rambert, another father in the building. This guy, we went to the Bronx, and it was, what was the, it's a famous court. It's a famous court up in the Bronx. But we went up there, Dykeman. We went up there for Dykeman, and they had the Kemba Walker series, and it was his league. And we went there, and Pop Smoke performed. He was in the crowd. Kemba Walker was in the crowd. Donovan Mitchell was in the crowd. It was such a great time. And he had performed some of his songs. The cops were in there. People were smoking blunts and shit like that. And it was really cool, man. So I see Harry getting all nosy on my screen. No, I'm joking.
Sorry about that.
I'm joking with you, man.
Wait,
so let's talk about Lil Wayne. What'd you say?
Where's the Zencaster?
You were on it. It's on the Chrome. So anyway... So let's talk about Free Weezy album. That is Lil Wayne's new album. He dropped a surprise album. And actually, to be honest, he never really has release dates for his album. So I don't know why we call them surprise albums anymore. They're not motherfucking surprises. So Glory is his intro track, is one of my favorite tracks on the album. He does very well. He's actually doing pretty well. The last albums that are technically not Cash Money, they're more Young Money. They've actually been on the money. They've actually been pretty damn good. So have you listened yet to the album, Lil Wayne?
So just to correct you, so this is an album from 2015. I saw that you posted it on Instagram the other day, his song Glory. So I actually haven't listened to this, but it is from 2015. It came out on July 4th, 2015. I haven't listened to it. I didn't even know it was his 13th album, but I am going to be listening to it this week just to cover it. So.
All right, good. Sweet. All right, Harry, get your shit together, bro. We're fucking tabs. Anyway, tell us about Raleigh Ritchie.
So Riley Ritchie, he is a British rapper. He is also better known for roles as Grey Worm from Game of Thrones. Grey Worm.
Grey Worm. Oh, I thought you were talking about the guy that was with Miss Sunday.
Yeah, he can rap. He's pretty dope.
The guy with no sausage. The guy with no penis.
Yes, the leader of the Unsullied, and the leader of the Uncut. Right.
Unsullied. Buffalo Bill tucking it in. Go ahead. All right, continue.
So he recently came out with an album called Andy. It's a pretty chill. Yeah, it's
What's
pretty
it called?
chill.
Andy? I think you said Handy. I'm like, you cannot get no Andy. There's no Andys going on over there.
No, it's Andy. Yeah, it's, he does, like Biggie did and like Drake did, put like a baby picture on the album.
Okay.
And it's a pretty chill song. He has a song called 27 Club. And it's basically saying, he's basically saying it's too late for him to join. Like, he's 30-something years old now, and he's like, oh, it's a little too late for me to join that club. Yeah, it's a very like
Should have
chill
told that
type
to the
of vibe.
Marys.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's very chill vibe. It's like talks about mental problems. Talks about like there's a song called Party Fear where it's like he knows all these people and he just doesn't want to be around them because like big crowds are scary and stuff.
Nice.
It's
That was
really
a good
dope
analysis,
album.
Harry. That was pretty deep. Nice. You actually
I went on a
really
walk and I went on a 40-minute walk listening to this album. Like
All
this
right.
album was
That's
great.
right. That's right. We live in the confines, so me and Harry still we got to go outside and take a walk and get our fresh air and our blunts in. But so I love Jadakiss and Fabulous, but I do not like verses. And the only reason why I don't like verses is because I guess I am old school. I like it when they go bar for bar. I like it when they freaking rap with each other. And Oscar, I don't blame you. This is a very popular format right now, going on IG, and a couple of my friends do it. Shout out to Be More Intelligent, Philip, Brandon, Mooch, all you guys. You guys have actually been very consistent with it. You guys have been doing little DJ parties, Babyface. We've talked about all of them. We've talked about the celebrities that do them, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott. So now it is Jadakiss and Fabulous' turn, and it's Osamalo's review of the battle.
Yeah, so I was looking forward to this because we grew up, with Jadakiss and Fab, D Block.
Right.
And when I first heard of this, I'm like, okay, Jadakiss has, to me, I felt he had better bars. He has better songs overall, his career-wise. I mean, the one thing that I can give Fab is that he's been active for longer. Jadakiss has come here and there. He has come out with an album earlier this year. But when they went,
Jake Jerkin, coming everywhere. I'm joking.
So when they went song for song, I felt Fab really didn't take this serious. He was
drunk. I heard he was drunk the whole time.
Yeah, and he didn't take this as serious as he should have. So Jadakiss, he basically put all of his best songs right away on it. For me, Fab was mostly like, you could see he was trying to get people, okay, this is Fab, let me go stream this tomorrow or the next day. And Untitled actually did a really good job where the next day they put out a whole track list of Jadakiss versus Fab, and it has their biggest hits.
Look at that.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was fun to watch this. This was the first one that I actually saw live. I've never got to see one live before because I'm never there. I catch it late, so I'll just YouTube it later. But it was really cool to see this because Jadakiss got super fucking drunk. You get to see him in an element that I've never really seen him in, and it was just entertaining. It was awesome. But you just see how much respect they have for one another. But Jadakiss smoked.
Freddie versus Jason. That was a great album.
Yeah, but Jadakiss smoked them. Like I said, Fab, he was really there just to put on a show, say, hey, listen to the ones that I've done recently. So it was good. I'm looking forward to another one of these.
Oh, good. I think Fab is a slightly better rapper than Jadakiss. I think Jadakiss's catalog is better than Fabulous's. Of course, he has a much more eclectic vibe to his music. Fab has the reality TV also. He has the Housewives, I believe, or Love and Basketball. Love and Hip Hop. I said Love and Basketball. Damn, I really don't like reality TV. Sorry, guys. I'm glad that component is away from the fucking show. No more Bachelor or Bachelorette. Or any windmill or none of that. I just feel like she needs more time. Like, no more of that. Thank God. So anyway.
I'll be honest with it. I'll be honest with you though. I'm a big fan of Love and Hip Hop. It's so it's one of those shows that you see how stupid it is. You get to see the people that are trying to up and come into the rap game, and it's horrible. You got Jewels, you got all these people who are past their prime trying to get something out of their life. It's entertaining for what it is. It's something that I don't really take serious, but it's just funny as hell. You get this. It's basically the same shit as every other reality TV show where the women fight, security stops them, and same drama going all around in this fucking circle. So it's something I enjoy, and I've been watching it. I only watched the New York series. It's something I've been watching since it first started. It's one of the most entertaining reality TV shows I've seen. but I don't take it serious, you know?
So on the Keep Up, the crew, the Still Insane production so far, unless we come up with a new name. But we're coming up with a new channel. It's called Waste Your Time TV. And it's also called Trainwreck TV, and Oscar is going to provide the programming from other reality TVs to show you that, we need to waste your time. Here we go. No, I'm joking. Yo, fuck reality TV. I fucking hate reality TV. But if you want to talk about that, it's fine. I get it. Fabulous has been a part of that for a long time, all those guys. Let's talk about another reality star. One of the biggest stars in the world. Kanye West runs for president. What do we think about that? He announced it on Twitter last night. No, thank you.
No, thank you. He's not dumb. He's just mentally unstable to be president.
Now let's
not be president.
Let's note that he has not filed through the electric commission, so he's not on the ballot at all. What do you think about that, Oscar? We're big Kanye fans.
I'll be honest. Kanye, his first couple albums, you know, they were masterpieces to me. But now I don't know what the fuck this guy is doing. He's still, you know, he's a great entrepreneur. He just did the deal with Gap for 10 years, which is incredible.
That's right. We didn't talk about that. Good job. It was a big deal too.
And so, you know, he's great at his business. You'll never catch me wearing his fucking Yeezys or anything like that. But, you know, something's wrong with this guy, and he's just. We all know he has mental problems, but I don't know.
He tells it to us. He's bipolar. What's wrong with that? There's mad people who's bipolar.
You know, he actually released a video just last week, 4 days ago, called "Wash Us in the Blood," featuring Travis Scott. Now, the song alone, it's a great song. You could see his intellect coming up again, but you watch this fucking video and, you know, it's weird because we all know he supports Trump, but then he goes on and he makes his video and it showcases the inequality in today's society. So is it a publicity stunt, this video, where he's showcasing all these people dying, you know, everything that we're going through with Black Lives Matter?
Probably.
So it's like, come on, are you trying to capitalize on this shit? Like, be serious. Pick one side, you know? You can't be saying here, you know, Black Lives Matter video and showing all the stuff that we go through, and then you're up over here fucking showcasing for Trump. So we're in the fucking
care. And Kim Kardashian doesn't really care either. She has the justice reform for the podcast coming up soon. She's going to be a lawyer. Not that she doesn't care, but she cares about her brand more. And her beauty line, I didn't even realize she had a beauty line. It just got bought for 20%. And so she's about to get $200 million for two major beauty companies buying into her company. So now her beauty company is worth $1 billion. So they're both worth $2 billion.
Wow.
So, yeah. So whatever they're doing, you're right. It's even this presidential run, he would have to either run on the Republican ticket against his boy, the guy that he visited and made a fucking ass of himself for. So I don't take any of it seriously. I don't even know why we put it on the outline, but it's Kanye and I love Kanye. So we're going to do that. So let's get the fuck out of here.
What the fuck did I watch?
And I watched Hamilton like everybody else. And pretty much everybody else. It was one of the highest rated programs of the week. You saw everybody and their mother getting a password for Disney Plus, getting their fucking Hulu package. I was like looking at some people taking screenshots. They're like, I had to get Disney Plus in order to watch fucking Hamilton. And so they did that. And I'm like, you got the ESPN package and the Hulu. I'm like, oh, you didn't even check what you were checkboxing. Like, you about to get this free month of like a bunch of hot nothing, bitch. Like, what's wrong with you? So, but Lin-Manuel Miranda put on an excellent show from 2016. They grabbed the recording from that show, and you had David Diggs, you have Anthony Ramos, you have a lot of stars that have come from this production, one of the greatest productions of all time. It has 16 Tony nominations, the most of all time. It has the second amount of wins. The only Broadway play to do more was The Producers, the Mel Brooks play.
Shout out to Mel Brooks.
That's right. Mel Brooks is the man. We love Mel Brooks. Blazing Saddles, all types of things. But Oh yeah, Young Frankenstein. But we don't have to go through the list. It's a whole list. But yeah, big shout out to Miranda. He also came out with In the Heights. That's how he got famous, and that movie is coming out next year. So, and I know you guys saw it too. Let me know what you thought about the movie that came out this week, guys.
So you know me, Vince. I'm a big fucking fan of Broadway. I've gone to many of them with my brother-in-law and my mother-in-law, and I love them. You know, I love Wicked. I love the Book of Mormon. I've seen a shitload of them. I've even seen a couple of the Disney ones with Little Mermaid. I haven't seen
quality.
Yeah,
they're all quality.
But I will tell you this: this one fucking blew me away because this one you could tell it's more about the talent. And what I really loved about this one was he has the whole fucking cast is minorities, you know? They're so fucking talented. Everybody on there can sing their fucking asses off. And not just that, but when you're watching the play, you take away all the shit on the side, the production. It's just the rotating stage and, you know, what they do. And the biggest thing that I'll take away is that this fucking guy is a genius. The fact that he wrote this shit and he stars in it, that's incredible. And we all know that he, you know, this is, when you're listening to this, a lot of it is rap inspired. So when he does the 10 dual commandments, automatically.
That was sick. Sick. He did it twice. He did it twice.
I had to stop it and I'm like, I had to tell him, this shit is inspired from the 10 crack commandments. And
a lot of the beats, a lot of the music was inspired by a lot of old rap hits.
Yeah, and you know, just listening to this, it was pretty cool, man. And now this was supposed to come out next year as a movie, but he gave this shit to us now. I'm pretty sure he got a good deal with Disney Plus to put this out, and he probably got paid. But the fact that we got to see this, that was fucking cool. And for everybody who doesn't know, there's no more free trials on Disney Plus because of this. They put an end to that. And I'll honestly say my favorite song on there was The Room Where It Happens, because the beat, the lyrics on that, it was just awesome.
And anybody that's not a history buff or anybody that's under a rock when history class was going or failed history class or was smoking too many joints while in history class, Alexander Hamilton was one of the greatest figures in American history. He tried to free slaves. He deemed slavery illegal in his Federalist Papers, the over 80 documents that he created that added to our Constitution, today's Constitution. He is the biggest contributor to it, pretty much. He was also an immigrant. He was from St. Kitts. He was the man. He went to law school twice and pretty much disregarded trying to become a full-time politician. He was our treasurer, of course, but he had bigger aspirations than that. He wanted to be president. So he was pretty much a friend of the blacks. He was pretty much a friend of the minority community. So based on what you've seen in history, again, he didn't want to own slaves. I don't think he owned slaves. Maybe he did, but he definitely did not want to. He definitely wanted to, and he showed how the South was taking a huge advantage through that. It was an amazing play. Miranda also wrote Mary Poppins Returns. He helped write that, I believe, or did the score, the composition. He definitely did all the music to this. And to be honest, I used to manage a white rapper. They have the same fucking delivery. Obviously, they're not the same age, so I'm not going to say he stole his delivery from a white rapper, but it was very similar. But it was a great delivery. It was a great delivery because, that's hard. That's hard to do in a Broadway play. I haven't seen too many hip hop inspired plays. I think Rent had a little bit of rap in it. There's a bunch, but this one is amazing. Hamilton, I never got to see. Unfortunately, it's very expensive. I tried for years. I've done the lottery and shit like that. But Hamilton, what I saw on screen is probably the best play I've ever seen in my life. Like that, I've never seen choreographed like that. I've never seen lighting like that. I've never seen music and composition like that. It was just all well put together. If you had to have the perfect play, that was the perfect play. And if you had to show somebody the first Broadway performance, that was the one.
Yeah, you know what? I actually absolutely agree. And it's really sucks that we couldn't get to see this live, because this is something that, if you see this live, it'll probably fucking blow your mind. Aside from all the shit that we've seen already on Broadway, this just had the most amount of talent that I've ever seen. And the greatest thing about it also was that the intellect that he took to write this, and he basically gave us an education on Alexander Hamilton. I didn't even know he was an orphan or any of that. Yeah. So it actually made me want to go and read about him more. So that was a pretty cool thing to see.
What did you think about Eurovision, guys? I didn't get to see it. I will. Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams on Netflix.
Yeah, yeah, ding dong. That song is hilarious.
Nice.
It's one of like not the main song, but it's like one of the best joke songs in the entire movie.
Speaking of which, you guys, Harry's been curating our Keep Up podcast on Spotify playlist. You guys can go check that out. He puts a little bit of his flair in there too, but it's all the songs that we play on the show. So get back to Eurovision, please. Who reviewed it? Who saw it? Who liked it? What's good? What's good?
Well, I'll tell you this. Eurovision's another one of those funny ass Will Ferrell movies. I didn't know Rachel McAdams was actually in it. It's a little weird to see her in this role just because we've never seen her in this type of role, but she still does a good job, But if you've seen any of his work before, you know what to expect, It's basically, I don't remember the country that it takes place, Harry, but this is
Iceland.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's really cool because they actually showcase that country a lot, especially in the beginning, where they show how he grows up, what he inspires to do. But it's one of those guilty movies where you're like, okay, I knew what I was walking into.
All right, so I just wanted real quick give a little top 5 because we're pretty good at these. We don't have to go too much into detail, but I have my top 5 female directors. I saw that populating on my Film Buff group on Facebook, and I thought it was interesting because a lot of people don't know female directors out there that are very successful. So let's go into them real quick. Sofia Coppola is one of my favorites. She did The Virgin Suicides. She did many movies, The Bling Ring. She's amazing. She's a great director. If you ever check out her movies, you would love any one of them. Ava DuVernay, she's one of our newest directors. She did Selma. She did A Wrinkle in Time. I shouldn't mention A Wrinkle in Time because that movie sucked. But 13th was an excellent movie. That was her documentary on Netflix about the 13th Amendment and about the prison system in collaboration with Michelle Alexander. Then we have Greta Gerwig, and Harry made a good point. She already made 4 movies, but it's not that many less than Sofia Coppola or any of these guys, Kate Bigelow and stuff like that. And plus, she's a 2-time Academy Award nominated director. So that even just 4 movies, 2 out of 4, that's fucking awesome. Lady Bird, last year's Little Women, which I felt was a little whitewashed, but whatever. Still a really good movie. Great costume design, which she won the Oscar for. Then we have Penny Marshall, who did A League of Their Own. So many great classics. R.I.P. to her. And then we have the Academy Award winner, Kate Bigelow, for Hurt Locker, and so many other freaking movies. I hate to mention this because it's a little sexist. People always go, the wife of, blah, blah, blah. Well, she was the ex-wife of James Cameron, but I only say that because she's the shit. And to be honest, just because he's made more money than her, she's made more quality films. Oh. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that from me.
No, and I'll give you one more, Vince. I just Googled it just because I was curious. I actually saw Queen and Slim yesterday.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it yet. I loved it. It's incredible what they what that movie showcases, especially with what we're going on now. Melina Masugas. I don't want to butcher that, but I probably did.
So pretty, so hot.
Yeah. So another director also was African American. It's incredible.
That's right. And a lot of people felt that she got stiffed, especially for screenplay. They thought that she should at least got it for screenplay. I agree. So let's get on to what Harry fucking jerked off to. No, I'm joking. What Harry played on his video game.
What the fuck did I play?
Gotcha, bitch.
So I jerked off to Harry Khalifa. No, so I've been recently playing Fire Emblem.
Mia Khalifa. That had to be clear. Mia Khalifa. We love her.
Right?
We love her.
She is the greatest of all time. She got her skill from talent.
That's right. That's right. She's not top heavy. Not top heavy with her knowledge.
Not at all. So Fire Emblem 3 Houses. It's a strategy game. It came out last year.
It's RPG, right?
I guess you call RPG. I don't know. It's more of a turn-based game. It's kind of like chess, but like
isn't it the same makers of like Fire Rim and all that, or Skyrim and?
No, not at all. Not at all. Fire Emblem is totally separate. It's like this like little, it's not really a big name, but like a lot of people play it. It's like a turn-based game where it's like you have a knight and like magic people and like they move certain amount of spaces and you have to like strategize on how to defeat the enemy team. I'm playing it on my third playthrough right now because they have like 3 different storylines.
Wow,
so I'm
cool.
finally on the last storyline after over 70 something hours. The game's fun. So if you like strategy games, this is the game to go to. And if you like knights and all that, it's fun.
Is this a PC game, a Switch game, Barry?
It is on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Nintendo only product.
Wow.
Nice. We got to mention that, man. You always got to mention what platform it's on. To get out of this, unless you have video game stuff you have to talk about, Oscar.
No, I'm good. I'm still trying to get through The Last of Us Part 1. It's a fucking scary game, I'll be honest with you. There's fucking times where I have to take my headphones off because I do love submersing myself in this shit, but there's fucking times where I'm fucking jumping out of my seat just because of surprises, but I'm loving it so far.
Well, Horizon Zero Dawn is going to make its way to PC by the end of this year. That's the big news. It's a PlayStation exclusive, so sorry, Xbox. You suck.
What the fuck did I say?
And this week is Zen Pigs Fly. And it was a little difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're trying to figure out the graphics for this. We had a debate on like which ones we should go with. We should try to go for easier ones, to be honest, going forward, but it's all good. We'll get it done. So the original phrase is when pigs fly. And it is literally like, if you see something being done and you're like, well, I think pigs are going to fly before this happens, pretty much. Like, oh, yeah. Even the phrase is similar to hell will freeze over before this happens. So I was asking if anybody had an example. So I'm going to go from last night, actually. And I know last night fireworks were going off. My dog has been struggling really hard. As a matter of fact, she's an old soul. We just had to start putting her on arthritis medication. So, got to brace ourselves for what's going to happen after that. But she has been really going crazy with the fireworks. Last night, I felt like I was in a war zone. Like, wow. It was on every fucking block. Every block. Like, there was no... I went outside, my ears were hurting. And I love fireworks. Fireworks are great. They're fun. But literally every block. And so there's this guy on my block. And he's a big bully. And I've talked about him on the show before. He thinks he's fucking Debo and shit like that. And this guy has brought the cops to this block so many fucking times. And people, some people expect him to change. Pigs will fly before that happens. This guy has beaten women on the block. I've seen him do it. This guy, one of my friends on the block, hits his brother, and he fucking hit him with a club while he was sleeping. Yeah, hit him with a metal pipe. This guy's been jailed before multiple times. So again, he needs a Zen pig, and he needs some fucking shit to fly. Because this shit don't fly. This shit motherfucker don't fly. And so, if you know people out there that are just consistently inconsistent, shout out to them. That's what this show title is all about. Do you guys have any similar examples before we get going?
Nah, I think you pretty much covered it, We would like to see a lot of things change, but like you said, when pigs fucking fly.
That's when we will. That's when we will, Coach Bombay. That's when we will. So, you can catch us on Keep Up NY for Twitter. You can also catch us on Twitch when we actually populate that content. Keep Up NYC. Then we're also on Instagram. We have gone over 800 followers. Help us get to 1,000, guys, please. We're on Instagram, Keep Up NYC. We're on Patreon. We will fill that up soon, too. We're actually going to get some merch on there. So Keep Up Podcast. Then we have Keep Up Shut Up for Facebook. We have my personal account, stillvinsane, for IG. Oscar's personal account is Osamalo, also Osamalo _ artwork is his art channel. Then we have John, ThundercatJohn.ttv. That is his Twitch, and that is also his Instagram handle. We have Jubear for Harry Attilio, our producer. Oh, NS Comtech. He also came out, that's Neil. He also came out with a new mixtape that's on SoundCloud. Type in El Tribo and see what you get. You will get some awesome, dope-ass, deep therapy music. And that's it, guys. Let's get to the motherfucking outro. You better shut the fuck up.
Listen up.
And keep up.
With Oslamalo.
And still insane. Over and out, homies.